do we have an understanding that words can lead to actual physical violence?
Yeah, and do we understand that physical violence could lead to your woman leaving you? But according to Bruiser,
No,
she
no,
should
no, no, hold on, wait.
stay.
You're taking it too far. Can
No, I'm
we
not. I'm taking it exactly where I
no,
started.
do we understand? Because I asked a specific question. Do we understand that words can lead to violence?
Of course, we understand that.
All right, because we did, you know what I mean? Because, for
Do we
example,
understand violence can lead to divorce? Do we understand that? So
yes,
that was the point.
I don't think that goes without saying.
Well, that
So
was his whole point was you should still not leave.
I don't think he said that.
That's exactly what he said.
No, that's not what he
No,
said. He
I
said,
ain't
No,
say
it is
that.
what he said.
no, he did not say that. He
Yes, he
said
did say it.
did not. He said, I would have to ask further questions as to what led up to the violence. He
And
didn't
then it was because a woman should not leave under any, it contradicts submission and cooperation. No matter what, she should stay. That's what he said.
I said, let me give it more context, and I started detailing the list of statistics that cause divorce, and I said I can understand sexual immorality. You know, that's the word, that's the scripture. But I said, from my understanding, and I asked Sweeney because he always bring up stats, that perhaps maybe the number one cause of divorces is finances, and I think I stated before that irreconcilable difference, whatever that may be. That could be anything. But I was saying basically is saying that submission is unwavering. You know, when you submit to your husband,
Okay, so do you guys hear it? No matter what he's
Yeah,
going
but
back
you
to,
can't
you
beat
should stay.
somebody into
Like
submission.
it's
You
still
can't
saying
beat
the same
somebody into
thing.
submission, y'all. So
But
I know
y'all trying not to hear it. He's saying the same thing.
like I laughed and joked a little
no.
bit, but
So
like, this is I laughed and joked with it, and you know, it is what it is. But like domestic violence and all that kind of stuff, like I don't play with that. I wasn't raised in that type of household. I'm not around that, and I don't diminish women or men who may experience that or may have grown up in that. Like we gotta be careful and be responsible. You know, people are watching this. This could be their first time watching the show. They don't know that Bruiser, that Darwin, that you
are
know,
joking.
troll
We were joking.
sometimes. And you know, people, this could be their first time watching this, so they don't know what to take serious and what not to take serious. Or like, they're really it's a whole panel of people up here laughing about domestic violence and women or men leaving marriages because of domestic violence. And oh, what did they do? If you feel like you gotta break somebody down to size, whether it's a man or a woman, you should not be with them. You need to divorce them. You shouldn't have been married to them. The first sign you see of it, you need to remove yourself, or y'all need to go get help together. If you don't see a sign of any change, you need to move on with your life and move on to safety, because that person may be mentally lacking in different ways or hormonally off. It could be postpartum. If a woman going upside your head, men, that woman or man needs help. That is serious, and people end up very hurt from situations that when people do not take them seriously because they think, oh, it's going to get better. If they're not getting help, they'll just get better on their own. And that's not something that's just going to get better on its own, whether it's your parents or whether you're in that situation.
Let me set the record straight. First of all, I appreciate you saying that, but I don't need a lecture on important.
I'm not lecturing you. I'm talking to the audience. I'm not lecturing you.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought you were talking to me. But anyways, I'm not promoting or condoning or advocating for men putting their hands on women. My only response to the thing about her talking about being abused or physically abused, I said a lot of times whenever we talk about divorce and the reasons for the women walking away from their marriages, we tend to always focus on the end result, and we never talk about the details leading up to any of the offenses that took place during their situations that could possibly lead to divorce. So I'm saying, you say, oh, he beat me. Okay, why did he hit you? We don't never want to talk about why. Oh, he cheated on me. Why did he cheat on? He was bad with finance, or he was gambling, or whatever he did. Why? You know, what caused it to happen? Because in a lot of these cases, these women saying that they were hit, you will find out that they were the ones that hit the man first. And the man got tired of this shit and snapped back on her and knocked the fucking tooth to the floor.
So then when it came to women sleeping with another man, how come you didn't have the same energy about, well, let's find out why? You were pretty clear on the relationship would be over, right?
Well, he was also clear that
the thing is,
he can talk for himself though.
But see, the thing about having sexual intercourse with a man, I didn't need to find out why.
Oh,
Because
but we need to find out why somebody knocked the shit out of a woman, though.
Yeah, you need to find out,
Oh,
because
okay.
intercourse and somebody hitting somebody is totally two different scenarios.
Wow.
Intercourse is a man coming into your womb and you submitting to him and him dominating you. You're giving him consent.
Shit.
Fighting is a whole nother different thing. Nobody has consent. There's details need to be led up to what triggered it, or where was the aggravation coming from. When you having sex with somebody, that's a form of submission. You're submitting to another man.
Prove
When
Why
a
is
woman
she not
submits to another
submitting
man,
to
there's no
you?
way that a man can allow this woman back in. You just submitted to this man. Back in the days, this is how men married their women. This was a form of marriage. Going into her tent and laying with her was a form of how men would take women up to be their wives.
Bruce.
So when you go submit to another man, I don't need to know no details on that. There ain't. I would. And my whole context behind that was forgiving a woman for do that. I'm saying a woman is not asking for forgiveness for allowing a man to dominate her. She wanted that, every inch of it.
But a man
Every
wants
inch of it, she wanted
forgiveness.
that. She's asking for
But a
forgiveness
man,
for being. She's asking for forgiveness for being discovered.
I heard
Not
you.
for
But
the
the
act.
question is, if you're implying that a woman should not divorce, then he wants forgiveness for abusing her, right?
Ladies love the skin.
Ow.
Bring it a little bit closer. The good skin, that is. That's why having a proper skincare routine is very important, and you need to feel the Teej. The process is so easy, just 4 steps. You got your daily face wash. That's gonna clean your face up nice and right. You got your exfoliator scrub. That's gonna open up your pores. You got your AM moisturizer with the SPM 20, which is gonna protect you from the sun. You also got your PM moisturizer, which is gonna make sure your skin is protected throughout the night. Teej has tons of reviews from dedicated customers across the world. I know I said a lot, but it's okay, because guess what? It comes with an instruction card to explain to you in detail what to do morning and night.
And because Teej is sponsoring this video, they're offering you an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description to get 30% off your first skincare system and a free gift. Plus, as a member, you'll also get 20% off for life. By the way, both gifts you're choosing from are a $20 value and a complete game changer. A silicone body scrubber or a nail and face grooming kit. Personally, I prefer the silicone body scrubber. I don't like using towels when I travel, so the body scrubber is an excellent way to open up the pores and get the body clean. So don't wait any longer. Click the first link in the description to start your skincare journey today.
Hold on, say
Like
that.
it's still about forgiving someone for violating you, whichever way it went, right? If you're implying that women shouldn't just automatically leave because the man put his hands on her, then he would be looking for forgiveness, right?
I mean, it depends on, yeah, if he's asking her forgiveness and then she decided to forgive him, then good. But my whole thing about the abuse or any of the other things that took place that caused the marriage to fail, regardless, I mean,
Or if he
outside of
cheated or had a
sexual
baby or
morality,
whatever.
I'm saying that we needed some details behind it.
Right.
What are
So
the
We don't need details behind why.
Can I ask a question? I think, Darwin, are you saying that no matter what, cheating is wrong because you think it's deplorable? I've heard you say that before. And you also believe domestic violence is deplorable. And you're trying to find the root issue that caused those things. So maybe we can get those things fixed as part of the discussion without condoning any of the things that occurred?
I think it's intentional. And I'm not going to say I'm a devout Christian or anything, but I do read the word. But I think it's intentional that sexual morality was the only grounds for a divorce. Anything else should be able to be worked through. There should be some type of conversation where you can sit down and try to figure out how to get through it. And that's whenever you start looking at the details of what led up to the offense. Okay, this man is hitting me. Why is he hitting me? Because I fucking, excuse my language, because I won't cook, or I keep coming late, or I'm texting Joey down the street, or I put my hands on this dude, or I'm from Louisiana and I took my menstrual off and put it in the spaghetti. And now this dude is like, it can be anything.
prove.
So
But it's not anything when she goes and sleeps with another man. You just don't want to
You
hear
heard
about
that, Marcus, right?
you
heard that,
don't
Marcus,
want to
right?
hear about your
heard that, Marcus, right?
underachievements in that area, and that's
You heard
why
that,
you
Sweeney,
need to
right?
talk to
You heard that,
somebody
right?
else. That's why you choose not to
Don't
hear
troll
about
me.
that.
let me get this correct. Did you state that there was underachievements and the
There's
man.
obviously a reason why she had cheated on you, because you said there's no reason that I don't need to know the reason to that. Well, why not? Because
Are
there's
you
obviously a
justifying
reason to
are
that.
you saying that a woman is justified to cheat because her man is underachieving?
But he's not. He's justified to cheat, and we're supposed to forgive you, is what you
No,
said.
no, I'm asking you based on the statement you made previously. Are you justifying the fact that this woman can cheat when her man starts
You're
underachieving?
justifying the fact you can slap her because you don't like the way that she talks.
Okay, so now you don't want to answer the question.
You kind of did though.
Y'all
Y'all doing the
asking
same
each other-
thing.
y'all asking
Yeah.
each other the same question.
Yes, because it's the same
No, she
thing.
made
I
a
feel like
statement
men and women
about
cheat
she
for
made
the
a
same
statement about
reason.
infidelity.
I feel like
and
men
she
and
was
women cheat for the
justifying
exact same
infidelity
reason.
for the man not showing up whenever he
But you said it's an explanation on why you would hit a woman, and that's justifying being violent towards her because you don't like what she says. So if you're not allowing her to justify a reason why she is cheating on you, then why would you allow a justification on why you would slap her across the face because you don't like what she said to you?
He
First
said
of
that
all,
she
I
won't
never
cook.
said I never
Or she won't cook, or she won't clean. That's not reasons to beat
I
somebody
never
up.
used listen, the only thing I said about the abuse thing is the details behind why you were getting hit. I didn't say whether it was justified or not.
That is a justification when you say, "What if it
She
was this?
getting
What if
hit
it was
because
that?"
he
It wasn't
lacking brain
justified.
cells and any integrity. That's why she getting hit, because he wasn't. His daddy didn't teach him to keep his hands off a woman, and also didn't choose him to pick women correctly and marry a woman that would be submissive. So he basically in a boxing ring in the house every day, trying to beat submission into somebody that he doesn't own.
But see, now
That's the issue.
I think when you say beat submission into somebody, you're creating a narrative of how he got his woman to submit, and not taking into account that maybe he married her and she was showing other qualities of femininity that justify him to see that she was able to submit rather than putting his hands on her. So you're creating their own narrative by saying this man beat her into submission. I never said anything
You
about
said when you said not cooking and cleaning. So those are two things that you're not submitting to the role of a wife. I don't agree with none of the words that you're saying, Darwin, at all. I'm
You
going off
don't
what
have to
you're
agree.
saying.
All the first,
No, so I wasn't the
my
submission.
whole
What I'm
initial
saying is
statement
if
was
somebody won't cook or
based
clean,
on the way
they're
to
not
work.
doing something you want them to do. So that's what I'm saying.
My
You
whole
said
initial
if they
statement was
wouldn't cook
based
and
on the
clean.
confines of the word, justifying divorce, and me saying, okay, look, if a woman is to be cooperative and submit to a man, I don't understand how, at this rate, I think women foul. I think the statistics that women initiate 70% of the divorces. I don't understand how women are at this rate initiating divorce when they're supposed to be submissive in their marriages. It's just don't. I'm just saying it's a contradiction to me. That's all I'm saying.